a beautiful morning and welcome to another edition of Daybreak Africa on KAFTAN television. My name is Miracle Odunayo.
And top of the morning to you once again. You're welcome to Daybreak Africa from our studio in State, which is the sunshine state of the nation. And yes, my name is Ikhonede. Good morning, guys.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I was walking around Ondo town this morning.
Okay.
I'm sorry for those that are here to Ondo town. It's Ondo City.
Ondo City, not Ondo State.
Before they
come
for me and say that I'm dishonoring their state in the actual sense. So I was just in Ondo City, and one of the things I discovered was that the city does not look fine.
Oh, I don't understand.
The
city does not look
on this day particular doesn't look
oh
fine.
Okay.
Even though
what?
we are married, but that's why I said I'm going to stay in the office all through today, maybe till 6 p.m., 7 p.m., so that I can be saying it's hard when you are saying just your gender. I wonder how soldiers live. Like you're just saying your gender all the time.
I thought you said my gender is a problem.
Yeah, you guys have problems. Doesn't mean that you guys don't have aesthetical value.
Oh my god.
after the aesthetical value, the rest is so that's it. When I aesthetical value, you just do it.
After this, you just go home to your wife. She's home waiting for you.
Yeah, I know, but then some of us like to go. Some of us like to go on the streets, to just see different faces. And just this face is good. A lot of things affect Nigeria right now. So sometimes you need the side attraction. You need the.
Exactly. And you I'm saying, they should go home after this show. Try to cook the next. Baby, yeah.
No, I ain't doing that. We are not even sure of our future in this country yet. How will you be saying that we should do that? Let's secure the future first, then we know what next. Because to a very large extent, this issue of the United States involvement is quite worrisome. Though the terrorism issue has been worrisome for a very long time. Yeah. I'm seeing the angers on social media, the many discussions. I'm even shocked that many of our activists, a lot of them, the top ones, like Showore, they are not in support of US, coming in. But a lot of the times too, I understand the anger of multiple Nigerians talking about the fact that let them come. That,
we have a government, they are not doing anything.
There's a point where you get tired.
Exactly.
Just know, let the worst ever happen. That is so safe. What are we using it for? You understand those kind of angers that is just coming on social media. I understand it, and the funny truth is, I even understand the government too as well. Especially many of the times, the person that has to do with the president. You see, I do tell people one thing. One job that I might contest in future, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what happens. But honestly, from a point of view, from what I've seen in the last, especially in our democratic period from 1999 to date, I really don't envy them. I don't envy them, because to a large extent there are just some problems that at the top there you can't attend to because of the democratic system we have. So it is just coming on, and though I like the fact that maybe that declaration made the army to work well this period, because they are just. But
from your own perspective, do you feel like the US in the first place should have interfered in this matter?
If you want to hear my perspective, maybe after the show. after the discussions, then you hear my perspective. And before we get there, let's take the reports of the day. After the reports, we come back straight on Daybreak Africa and look into this discussion. So please stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. If just joined us, it's still Daybreak Africa, and yes, it's time to go straight into our discussions for today. Now, since the weekend, the actual sense, very trending matter has been happening in the sense that the United States, in the actual sense, talked about the Christian genocide suspected to be going on in Nigeria, and then the President of the United States made some proclamations calling Nigeria a country of particular concern, and also taking up steps to ensure that they will come into Nigeria, or first moves to ensure that Christians in Nigeria are protected. And while making this statement, President Donald Trump of the United States made some statement calling Nigeria a disgraced nation, also saying that even if it means talking to the World Secretary of the United States to ensure that the military are ready to come into Nigeria, guns are blazing to ensure to protect the rights of Christians. And this has met with lots of mixed reactions in the Nigerian public, as many people have come out to talk about this, talking about the words by the President of the United States, talking about the moves by prominent senators in the United States, like Ted Cruz, to be specific, and a whole lot of them about this move to ensure that they defend Christians in Nigeria. Some have come out to talk about the fact that it's been political, that Nigerians are experiencing terrorism across all levels, both Muslim and Christians are being killed at this particular time. Many has come out to talk about the fact that we actually needed this, that our political body don't really care about the people. So it's just a mixed reaction among people, and we'll be looking at this holistically today on this program as well. We have with us a guest who is a friend of the house. He's a tech entrepreneur, he's also a political analyst, and yes, in the person of Samson Fadele. Welcome to the show, Samson.
Thank you, Father.
Good morning and welcome to the show. It's good to have you here once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would have smiled like her, but I'm not smiling.
Oh, it's a serious matter. I understand that fact.
Serious matter.
No problem.
Let me first speak your reaction. How did you feel the minute you saw the statement of President Donald Trump?
Well,
probably on Saturday.
You see, I will not deny the fact that such statements are needed, at a time like this. You see, over the time, I don't want to say it like the government is not trying, but they seem not to be concerned about a lot of things, especially the security issues. We have seen days where people were killed in some parts of the north, and yet the president he traveled, he went on vacation, went on leave, came back like nothing happened. He was just busy doing stuff every day. So when they kill people, he say his heart goes out to them, and that will be the end. You see, things like that, they just made you feel like maybe the people are not really the major concern. Because it doesn't matter whether the killing is happening in the north or in the west or in the south. What really matters is that Nigerians are being killed.
Yes,
whether
yes,
a northerner or a southerner, Nigerians are being killed. Whether Christian or Muslim, Nigerians are being killed. We are Nigerians before we became a Christian or a Muslim.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So if the president will now have to wait to the point that, people like Donald Trump will now have to say you have to do this or we do this before he now begins to now give attention to those things, then I think it is needed. I will never support any invasion from any foreign power, but keeping our government on its toes to do the right thing
is the major thing.
Yes, is needed. It's very much needed. But coming to, because you see, nothing goes for nothing.
That is, nothing is free.
Nothing is free. If they are coming to kill insurgency, it's not going to be for free.
Exactly.
But the issue is, why are we worried about our resources if we are not even sure if we are going to see tomorrow? How will the dead, those that have been killed, how is the resources, how is it useful to them? A lot of people have been killed over the decades.
Sure.
What did they benefit from the resources? So if the US is taking the resources and security is there to keep them alive, they will manage the rest. I'm telling you.
But the question is, how did we even get to this point whereby the US have to come and interfere directly into the Nigerian insurgency issue? How did we get there?
Let me break it down. This has lasted for more than 2 decades. If you will agree with me, the issue of Boko Haram and insurgency and other stuff started around 2009, 2010. You see, if Nigerians, everybody collectively had thrown our faces against this thing,
immediately on the spot,
it would have stopped a long time ago. But because Boko Haram got the sympathy of some people who are radicalists, that thing began to gain more ground. Because some people who thought infidels, people of other beliefs, are not supposed to live. They are not actually involved in killing them, but they were giving moral support to those who were doing
even not just moral support, even financial support.
Yes.
Support.
So it became an issue because those ones, they saw that even some people somewhere were happy with what they were doing. And that was why I said, I think radicalism is one of the major problems of religion in Africa. Go to Saudi Arabia, go to all these foreign Islamic nations. They have left radicalism behind. They are now building their nations. Yes, Qatar hosted World Cup.
And even, bended a bit of the rules.
Yes, to accommodate every other person. That is to tell you that radicalism in Islam is a thing of the past to them. Now, in Saudi Arabia, women can drive. A lot of things has changed. These people, they don't cover their faces anymore. They are moving towards civilization, innovations. They are building sporadically.
Right, top class.
They are not interested in waging wars anymore. They are staying within their space and building. They have left radicalism behind. Yes, some of the Islamic clerics in Nigeria were deported from Hajj. Yes, on the ground of terrorism. They sent them back. Don't come to our space. These were the owners of Islam.
This was the spot where Islam was created.
Yes.
So if religion is not the problem, according to you, so what is going on? Should we say it is bad governance, or we should blame the policy of Nigeria? Or who are we to blame exactly? Because if religion is not the problem, according to what you've explained, who should be blamed?
Now, shifting the blame is not the issue. Finding the problem and solving it is the problem.
So what then is the problem? Because
let's start with the issue of radicalism. You see, religious radicalism is not only in Islam. It just had different focus in different religions. Radicalism in Islam is to kill infidel. Radicalism in Christianity is tending towards fraud. Yeah, see, this is the truth that we need to tell ourselves. Radicalism is everywhere. One is tending towards fraud and making money.
Big money.
Yes.
Huge money.
Huge money. One is tending towards the killing of whoever is not. So now, creating a balance. You see, the kind of Islam they run in Western Nigeria, to me,
flexible,
seems to be more balanced. It's not like there are no radicalists amidst them.
We have.
But they are not so radical to the point of killing. Every family,
almost
all families in southwestern Nigeria has the combination of everything.
Two-factor
authentication.
In fact, it's three factors.
Three factors. We are traditional worshippers.
In your family, there are Muslims,
sure,
there are Christians, and some are still traditionalists.
In fact, they spread it evenly.
Yes.
My paternal side takes the Muslim, my maternal side are strictly Christians.
Can you imagine? Now, the issue is intermarriage is happening here in the West. We have seen Imam daughter marry pastor son, and heaven did not fall. These people, they were able to still manage things. Meanwhile, it's very strange. In the north, it will not happen. The day you just decide to leave Islam for other religion, then they target you.
More like you are cursed.
Yes. And so all these things are what we need to tackle. It has more to do with education and orientation. The kind of Islamic education they have in the north is on the extreme. Is the one that wants to put anyone who is not Islamic, that wants to put them in danger. Makes them attack churches, kill priests, burn them alive, massacre the church members, and stuff like that. Now, it's not limited to that alone. Even Muslims
themselves who
are not radical, they are considered infidel. And that is why you see attacks on Muslim communities too.
Even mosques.
Mosques. Because their version of Islam does not support radicalism. So the radical ones, they believe they are not Islamic enough. Finish them off. So if we are going to be looking at this problem holistically, then we need to be looking into radicalism. We need to be looking at the provisions of the teachings they make available to these people. Because they teach them these things from tender ages. They are even difficult to convince when they grow old. If Nigeria is as a nation and there is freedom of religion and we have only one constitution that runs the whole country, then I think we do not need several other rule of laws as we have in other places. What is Sharia doing with us? What is it doing? They need to sit down and look at the provision of Sharia and see how to gauge it.
At least to a point that can fit the current state of civilization.
We have the word that left radicalism behind. This is not the time of Usman Dan Fodio anymore. This is not the time where you come and attack people, take over their land. That time is long gone. It's long gone. This is the time we should be looking into development.
But then you talked about, sorry to cut you there.
Okay.
You talked about countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and cool, because I was checking a quote on Twitter yesterday, and the person said something. That Twitter is X. Everyone knows Twitter is X. And the person said something. He said, "You see, these countries, Saudi Arabia, let's say China, Russia, they don't practice the kind of democracy we have in Nigeria.
Their democracy is peculiar
to them.
Yes.
And Nigeria democracy is just
our own
peculiar to us.
democracy is imported.
And
it's half American, half Arabian. The kind of democracy we practice now in Nigeria.
Don't you think this structure is the reason why lots of things are being left fallow by the governments of the day? Because if you when you talked about the fact that the presidents maybe they could be killings here, he acts as if he's not saying those things. And cool. I remember one particular issue in Nigeria. I can't forget that issue. It pains me till tomorrow. Now, this is not just let me even bring like 2 issues or 3 issues to light. Jonathan, when the Chibok girl issue happened, was dancing in Kano at that particular time when the whole thing was happening.
Yeah.
Muhammad Buhari multiple times will even come out to say, I am not aware. I remember one brutal issue in Buhari's time. That was Deborah. I think that was at Shokoto.
Yes.
And when Buhari did that, his competitor, his opposition,
yes,
the person of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who is still contesting for presidency,
he made a tweet.
He made a tweet. And immediately they castigated him. He deleted it.
He deleted it.
He deleted the tweet immediately. He said
that's what radicalism. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you now. You see, politics as a way of encouraging radicalism, because you want the support of the radicals as a politician, so you tend to rub their head. Now, what that exact thing Atiku did, shows how much acceptance the current political space of Nigeria has
for the radicalism.
Yes, because of
what the Christian and the Muslim.
Yes, because of what they tend to gain. It doesn't make sense. This is something you know that is condemnable. You condemned it, and because some people said they will not vote for you tomorrow, you came back and deleted the post. It doesn't make sense. So if Atiku was in government and he needed a second term bid and something like that happened, he would still not have condemned it. That's the
keep quiet.
Yes. And one reasons why a lot of the presidents will look away, like nothing happened.
Even currently, as this particular statement, Atiku has not made a statement.
He won't.
Made a statement.
Yeah. Do you want Atiku to say Trump should come and invade? Or do you want Atiku to support extremism? Both way, he's dead. Yes, he supports extremism. His people will say they will not vote for him. He supports Trump to come. They will say he wants to send Nigeria to America to come and take our resources. So you need to stay clear.
So even say with Peter Obi as well.
Obi will not talk.
Peter Obi's one is more peculiar. Yes. Because many Nigerians talked about the fact that many times when there are killings in the north, Peter Obi is one of the most vocal voices. Okay. We always talk. But whenever there is issue in the southeast, where the IPOB are disturbing some places, you hardly hear statements from him. Hardly hear statements from him. People are like, why are you? And it's not. This is now becoming as if most Nigerian politicians play this kind of game.
Said extremism as the backing of politics. That's what I just told you now. And those are different examples you were just bringing up. Extremism in Nigeria is not limited to religion. There's extremism in tribalism in Nigeria.
Extreme.
Yes.
Even currently in a natural phenomenon.
When we were coming here, somebody was still telling us he wanted to get an apartment, and because the landlord is a Christian and he is a Muslim, and they just asked him, he said he's a Muslim, and they refunded him. He had paid.
Yeah, I think I had similar experience.
That's in the south here. No, it's not possible. You cannot get your money and get the hell out of my house. Now, these things, they have a way, because that's an extremism on its own side too, on the side of the landlord.
Why don't you want to
live with? And I wouldn't want to say he did bad.
Everybody else.
We never knew what
the experience
Muslim had done to him.
Exactly.
So now, our problem is beyond just because recently a governor said whatever it is you want to preach as a religious leader,
you have to submit.
Come and show me.
I was about to ask you that. What do you say about that?
It's beyond all those things.
Okay, but you talked about
our
orientation.
Problem is beyond all those things are just secondary. The basics of the problem is from the grassroots. Kids that will not go to school, formal school, you take them to Arabic school from birth till adulthood. What else do you want to teach them?
But the argument also is that even the Western education too is almost like a Christian school, according to many of these Muslim radicals. That's according to them.
How is philosophy, medicine, physics, chemistry, mathematics, are they related to Christianity? Social studies, civic education. We're not talking Bible knowledge now. How are they related
to Christianity?
Northern Nigeria is not a constituency in the Arab Emirates. As far as Northern Nigeria, it's Nigeria. People there are not constituents of the government of Saudi Arabia. They are not citizens of any Arabic nation. As far as this country is concerned, Nigeria is not an Arabic nation. It's not Islamic nation in any way. So why should a region be having Western education and another region we consider it a taboo? Those are the things government need to sit down and put structure. In the West, in those days, we were not there, but we were told these stories. They wanted to fight against Western education too. And people like Awolowo, they made it. It's by you don't send your children to school, you go to jail. It's one way, one of the two. If your kids are not in school, you are playing with jail. There is no.
But that's more of leaders with different
strong mindsets.
Now, look at the Southwest. Look at other places.
The difference is clear.
If they had done that in the days of Awolowo, then Tafawa Balewa in the north, they did the same. If you don't send these kids to school, you go to jail. The Minandi Azikwe in the east, if they had done it that way too, maybe we would have had
a more balanced
society. The majority of the problem of extremism in terms of tribes and religion is centered in the north and in the east. Now, these people, there are killings in the east. We will not forget.
True, there are killings in the
east.
There
are killings in the south. We will not look away from the killings in the west too. There are ritual killing, this one killing,
get rich quick schemes,
cultism and stuff like that. Everybody have their own peculiarities. But you see, these things, they are limited. They are limited. You are not afraid to go to church in Lagos, in Ogun, in Osun, in Oyo, in Odoye. To go to church is not a problem. It's not what you have to think like 4 times before you eventually go. It's not like you have to think it like 4 times in the Southwest before you now say, okay, let me go to church. But it's not like that in the North, where you have to consider every other factor, because you are going to church, you are not even sure if you are coming back home. And that goes to the east. There were times when Muslims were complaining in the East, Igbo Muslims were saying things were difficult for them. It's even difficult to be Muslim in the East because majority are
Catholic and Anglicans.
And Anglicans. Yes. If you can't mosque in the East, they will get number. And that's the issue. Well, come to the Southwest.
Even the South, like Delta. Where I'm from Edo State, Warake, Auchi. If you go to Auchi is Muslim dominated.
Yes.
Churches. Johnson Suleiman has his church in Auchi too as well.
That's how
it's Muslim dominated.
That's how life should be. Everybody should do their thing.
Have the freedom of religion.
Respect. Respect me, I respect you. Southwest, here is where you see Pastor Dash Imam Ram. On Saturday.
You can imagine that.
And all that.
Yes, Imam gives Pastor chicken for Christmas.
Yes.
It happens here. We have seen it severally. That's how it should be. That's the normal structure Nigeria should have as a country with freedom of religion, where everybody do their things their way. Nobody crosses anybody. And tomorrow, if you wake up as a Christian and say, I want to turn to Muslim, goodbye. And tomorrow you wake up as a Muslim saying, a tradition, I want to do now. You go. It happens here in the West. We have seen people wake up in the church and say, "Now, what they do now," and they learn
several times. They have churches where
they are doing Christianity and they are still holding their teeth bow.
Oh, okay.
Now,
multiple.
Yes. Now, all these things, life is not difficult at all. Extremism is what we need to deal with.
But now
we have arguments, religious arguments in the West. Yeah. Go to social media, there are a lot of them arguing it. Except for Ilorin, where there is this kind of problem, traditionalists don't come, this don't come, that don't come. There are Christians in Ilorin. Yeah. There are churches there.
I go for retreats programs in Ilorin. And really, not even Ilorin, and really, same in Kwara State.
Now, all these things, balance is what we need. You see, the ability of Nigerians to remove extremism from the scope of whatever we do, whether tribalism or religion, or remove extremism from it, and you will enjoy the balance. If you had looked at the scope of relationship amidst us outside Nigeria, you will know that religion actually is not supposed to be a problem. Tribe is not supposed to be a problem. When I was serving, I am a Christian from the West. I served in the North Central, Igala people. Some of whom are Muslim, some are Christian. They treated us like their own kids, not minding where we came from. They gave us food for free. The house we stayed throughout my service there was for free. Wow. Yes, 4-bedroom flat. Somebody gave to give to us, core members, because we were there to teach their kids. That's how good Nigerians are.
But you know the funny thing, this story you're saying, even in the core north, I had couples that go there to serve and see the way they are celebrated there.
They give them.
Sometimes I wonder where
what is going on.
Because even in core northern areas, the way they treat even core members, they don't even know where you're coming from.
That should tell you that the love is there. Even when you don't understand their language, they try as much as possible to make you understand. Say, copper, not like that. They will explain to you. When we got there, they took us to their palace. They told us, you see, land issues, it's not supposed to be a problem because you are not from here. Don't keep your mouth for anything land.
You should know your matters.
They warned us about it. It would be stupid on our part to now involve ourselves in their land dispute. Are we from there?
You buy land.
Once you come and they told you this and this and
this are the rules
of our, and you abide by rules, you should not have problems. So why the killings? So I think the problem that I have been able to identify so far is extremism, the negligence of the political elites Some of them are funding it.
Well, true.
Yes.
True.
Because there are evidences, there are empirical evidences that proves that some of the political elite, especially in the north, are funding extremism and killing.
And even the federal government, and many of them are not doing anything
Saudi
about it.
Arabia government, United Arab Emirates, they released the list during the, you remember?
I remember that.
They jailed people who were caught sponsoring Boko Haram
from their side.
Yes, they caught them. I think in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. I can't remember now. They caught them. They jailed them. They set a list to Nigeria.
What did they do about it?
Because the government as at then is another Muslim. Nothing was done. Till tomorrow they don't publish the list. No arrest was made. No trial. Nothing. Now American government have the same list. Placing Nigeria as a country of concern.
Particular concern.
Yeah.
Now, if these things, because there are ways most of those things they operate, is not a must for American government to invade Nigeria. It's not a must. In fact, to invade Nigeria will cost them. Do you know how much they will invest?
It's going to cost them a whole lot of money.
Yes. Now, there are a lot of things to do. These people, they have the power. All the gadgets that we use, they send them to us now. They have data. They have data. They have information. They have a lot of stuffs. They know us even more than we know ourselves because we use their technology for everything. Information flying around. They have a web
and we use
that
web.
Clusters information. They shift the ones they need. They have a list of people involved. They want. This guy is moving a bill now in the U.S. Senate. They want to ensure that they are able to take actions against people who are found involved in funding or support of terrorism in Nigeria. And that is why all this uproar you see, it's not like the political elites. It's not because they love the masses. It's not because
they are scared of what.
Yes, they are scared of the repercussion of those things.
Because many of them have properties
affect them. They have properties abroad. They have businesses abroad. They will freeze everything if that bill sees the light of the day. And I pray it does. Yes, they don't have to come and invade. All they need to do is cut those sources of funding for those people, and you see it die natural death.
But anyways,
if insurgency is underfunded, it will die a natural death. It's just like every other aspect of governance.
Once it's not funded, it dies.
It dies. Everybody go to their house. You cannot be doing insurgency on empty stomach.
Exactly. Without resources.
Yes. These people, do you even ask questions? How do they get supplies? How do they get food? How do they get ammunition?
Sometimes even when the military says they killed them and kill them and kill them, how do they still recruit people? Their numbers keep increasing unnecessarily.
Yes. Now the issue is they are saying America want to come and invade our space. Yeah, they want to take our resources. The resources before, of what use is it to?
We'll get there.
We get there. We need to.
That's the issue.
We'll get there.
But before we get there, actually, we'll go for Go Starts now, then, where we learn one or two things on how to start our own business. So before we come back, just go enjoy Go Starts and learn something. Stay with us. We'll be right back, guys.
Welcome back to the show. If just joined us, it's Daybreak Africa. I hope you learned something from Go Start. I hope you're going to do something with what you've learned from Go Start. Don't look at the fact that times are really, kind of harsh and there's a bit of uncertainty. US might not invade. Don't take much. So start with whatever. No panic. Start now. Do business. Don't worry. Do business for now. And in case it gets to that point, you will survive. You will survive it. Definitely. But then let's return to our discussion in the actual sense. We've been looking at the Christian genocide in Nigeria, and the US moves, and that has sparked a lot of reactions, at least to the Nigerian public. And Samson has been taking us all through the journey. I think we've addressed much of the causes of the problem, the idealistic radicalism issue that has happened, and the lackadaisical nature of our political class, in the sense that they can't tackle this problem.
They don't want to.
They don't want to tackle. And we know that they don't want to tackle it because of how our democratic system runs.
Yes.
In the actual sense, I know how our democratic system runs. He that plays the piper will definitely dictate the tune.
Yes.
We have this there's this thing mass communication call it two-step flow. That aside from the media, the influencers, the opinion leaders, and these opinion leaders sometimes they are radicalists too as well. So they know how to play their cards and all that. Well, in that same light as well, let's talk a bit about the USA. I was looking at some of the reactions of multiple Nigerians as well, and they were talking about the fact that the USA over the years has a track record of claiming that they want to, help, but in helping, they leave the nation worse than they left it. And there are lots of examples. Extremely lots of examples. It's hard to even find a country they left back positive.
If you are going to give examples, you are going to give examples of countries in the Middle East.
Not just in the Middle East. We have some in Africa. A lot in Africa.
Libya.
Not just Libya.
Okay.
There are still countries.
Other countries.
There are still countries in Africa.
Other countries that have been invaded by the United States.
There are still countries in Africa. Aside Libya.
Aside
Libya. Let's leave it at that. Let's not talk much.
If you look at all those states, majority are Islamic states. In fact, all of them are Islamic states.
Then why do you act like that to Islamic states?
Now, if you look at other places in Asia that had received the help of the United States before, let's take Japan for example, they came out better.
After being destroyed by the same United States?
No, not just being destroyed. They had issues, majority of which are internal. They faced a lot of problems, war, unending. And at some point, it became necessary for US to step in. They did. And after a while, they took their leave and the
Why will you hold Japan's current strand to the United States? Because Japan built themselves are very independent.
Over the years.
Support from the United States.
Not just from the United States.
They got support.
But not just from the United States.
Yes, they got from other people too. But they got majority of the support from the United States. I can tell you that.
Financial.
Yeah. Now, it's not Japan alone. China also got support from the United States. Majority of the biggest companies in the United States were moved to China. It's not because of cheap labor alone. They had a lot of treaties. And of now, if there is anybody to contend with US in terms of economic power, I think China is one of them.
China, India, Russia, Brazil.
That's how you will know that it's not about the help. Sometimes it's about how you take it and what you intend to do even after the help had been offered. Majority of the countries in the Middle East who had one way or the other been invaded by the United States were full of extremism. And up until now,
they are still full of extremism.
Even after the United States exited their places, extremism is still the reason why they are who they are. You get what I'm saying? So that the United States went there one way or the other, I will not say it is void of self-interest. They have their self-interest too. Like I said the other time, nothing goes for nothing. You get what I'm saying? But whatever it is that comes outside the whole thing when they have left is more of you and you. A lot of people were able to do better things with their lives after the United States left. So for them in the Middle East, extremism, and until they are able to do away with that extremism of religion, they will never see the light of progress. If you look at the Islamic nation who had left extremism behind, who are now embracing, see development. See development. You get what I'm saying? Look at Qatar. Look at Dubai. Look at, these are the places where you can even go to nightclubs now. Muslim countries. You get? They opened up for people to come.
Well, how come Saudi Arabia is among the countries of particular concern list?
They used to be. I don't know if they still are.
They are still are.
But a lot of things were wrong about them because of their extremist nature before. women don't this, women don't that, women. Now in Saudi Arabia, even go to work, they can drive now. They are bringing down majority of those extreme rules and regulations against a lot of things. They are embracing westernization. They are embracing development. They are getting better. Look at their football. Do you know how much they make through football now? They have been able to secure a level of friendship, international exchange. Do you know how many European players are playing in Saudi Arabia now? And they are doing fine. We should be open. We should let go of extremism. We should choose humanity. We should stay alive. Live and let live. Whoever wants to be Muslim, they will, of their own will. You don't have to kill them because they are not. Live and let live.
All right, let me ask this before. Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you actually. Now let's talk about the statement saying the Christian genocide, when in the actual sense it's not just Christians being killed, like we all talked about it.
Okay.
And which many, even from the political elites, political influencers to within the country, talked about the fact that it's a political statement, that it's not just the Christians in Nigeria that are being killed, even Muslims are killed, even these are killed. That kind of statement from the United States looks more like a divide and rule.
No, it's not divide and rule. There's already division in the country. We are divided. Nigeria is not one. Nigeria is not one. Forget about it. Forget about it. Because if you are saying Donald Trump's statement is what is dividing Nigeria, then you are wrong. Another Muslim will not allow a Western Muslim to lead them in prayer. Muslim, it's not, we are not talking Christian Muslim now. Muslim, because they believe that the Muslims from the West are not Islamic enough.
Even Christians in the South, Khan doesn't really relate one with the Christians.
With the Christian in the North.
That's another big problem.
It doesn't make sense.
It's
So
not really
now, they are not seeing them as part of the, even when the Christians in the North are persecuted, the Christians in the South, they are not really feeling it as
much as those
being part of them. You get where the problem is?
Yeah.
So we are divided already. We are divided. Forget about what Trump said or did not say. Nigeria is not one. Nigeria is not one. Do you know how much problem he created, even for Nnamdi Kanu alone to be released, how much problem he created between the North and the East? That one is still in existence. Are you telling me we are on the same page? No. We are not the same. Forget about all those ones.
All right,
they are just politically motivated. Now let me take you down the memory lane. When Boko Haram started in 2009, it was targeting Christians. We will not
overlook that fact
that Christian genocide happened in Nigeria.
What about the Owo?
Let's Owo had more. Owo is complicated. It wasn't more of a Christianity thing.
Yeah.
There are issues of drugs attached to it, issues of a lot of things attached
all those even Owo is even minor.
Extremely minor.
Let's look at the trend of activities of Boko Haram between 2009 and 2014. Even the current president, I have the tweet on my phone. He tweeted about Christian genocide during Jonathan era, Tinubu himself, to show that even the political elites of today, they were aware that there was Christian genocide in Nigeria during that period. So now, when Boko Haram started, they started with Christians. They were doing a kind of religion cleansing. There was a pastor recently, I think that was the video that caught the attention of Trump. That man was standing in the grave of those, he was crying, and he was saying they are tired of going out every week, every blessed day for burial. People are being killed. If they are not Christian, the burden will not be on him to bury them every now and then. The guy was saying if they caught him, nobody should pay ransom. He already gave up. He knew one day they will still catch him. That is to show how much and how painful it is. So, but you see, in the recent time, You see, when something had
graduated to a large extent.
Yes, when it had gained ground to a reasonable level, and it seems like the usual target are not so much available anymore. The unusual have become the target too. Then I say, this one say, are they really Muslims? They don't even believe in history. Kill all of them. And it becomes an issue. And that was when they now began to say Muslims are being killed too. If they had stopped it at the beginning. And you see, there was this statement attributed to Abacha when he was alive, who said any insurgency that lasted more than 24 hours, the government is involved. It might not be the government as it is.
It might be some factors. We know some parts of the government.
Some parts of the government
are very
involved. They are involved.
Majority of them, they make their money from this. All the security votes, and they don't come if there is no chaos.
We know a governor in Nigeria then, who it is anytime he receives the security votes money, and it's time to pay salaries of his people in the state. That is when insurgents will attack a state, and they will come back and talk. But yes, we ask questions that why is it that when we want to pay salaries? Well, in fact, it's well.
Majority of them are politically motivated. Some people make their money. Majority, nobody is innocent. Even those people in charge of security, the army generals, the naval officers, all of them, they are involved directly or indirectly, one way or the other. And until majority of them, if not all, are brought to book, there will be no rest. So rather than wasting money to buy ammunition to be killing, while they are doing that to defend people, kill the sources.
So you feel
the sources
themselves. Now we are rounding off gradually. We are about to round off totally on this particular segment. So you feel that the United States now, because there is a big fear for many Nigerians. I think many of us are scared of that particular thing, especially where he talked about gun ablazing and the statements he used of Nigeria a disgraced nation. Though we can't enter the but just your short reactions on those things. Then the part of guns are blazing, which scares many Nigerians. Because I was saying Shegumi, and a statement where he said the federal government should sever ties with the United States due to such.
Do you know Gumi was deported from the Saudi Arabia for reasons best known to them? He went for Hajj, they sent him back. Yes. Have you ever thought why? Was it the only one on Hajj? Why do they have to send him back? That guy, I don't want to accuse him of anything, but that's his issue. So leave Gumi out of this. In fact, Gumi should be sharing room with Nnamdi Kanu, I believe.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Zakazaki is back home. Yeah, that's true.
Majority of those people, they are extremists. They are even afraid because they are on the watch list of the United States. There was a time Gumi was shouting that Tinubu brought Mossad from Israel to assassinate Islamic clerics in the north. Did you hear that? Yes, he made that assertion. He was in the news. That the federal government brought in machineries to assassinate. All these people, they have their ways of doing things. They make their fortune from the misfortune of other people. And if we are not looking into these things holistically, that means we are not ready to solve the problem.
Other time,
every water, every stream you see has its source. It doesn't matter how much you try to take out of it, as long as the source is not plugged,
it's still there.
It still flows. So for insurgency to see a permanent stop,
we must stop the flow.
Majority of the sponsors have to go.
The source.
So what I'm expecting from the presidency is not to go and tell Trump that these things don't exist.
Just take action within your country.
What can you help us to do? We don't want
more like a partnership.
But if you have information on the sponsors, the ones we cannot handle, help us
handle them.
Yes, those that will be assassinated, they should assassinate them. How can you be taking fortune out of the misfortune of the majority? Those that need to be jailed, they should jail them. Yes, if their death will mean the peace of Nigeria, they need to go. Yes, if their incarceration will mean the peace of Nigeria, they need to go. Why will you stand somewhere and begin to fuel problem? because you want to make money, because you want to steal mineral resources without paying the rightful owner of these resources. You kill them, put them in IDP camps, worst position. They live in abject poverty, and you are spending money to rehabilitate terrorists and put them back into the society.
Yeah.
Some of them are even allowed to join the police and the army. Tell me how that makes sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I would have been an army man,
and you just killed my friend.
And I'm standing
I'm
with him.
seeing you working together.
It affects the morale of even the soldiers that are there. You are telling me you are spending millions to rehabilitate terrorists when those people who are suffering from terrorism are wasting away in abject poverty in IDP camps, and you are doing nothing about it. They have to wait for United Nations to bring mosquito nets to them.
For them, yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
So speaking about how to even pay this whole thing, because you mentioned earlier that nothing can be done for free. So the question now is, how do we intend to pay the US? Are we paying with our crude oil? Because looking at the fact that Nigeria, looking at the fact that Nigeria is actually running in debt currently, if we are paying with our natural resources or our crude oil or our oil production, if the solution is solved and they are gone, is Nigeria going to move for him?
Just in 2 minutes, so that we can
see, in diplomacy, there are things that are done for the sake of friendship. There are things that are done for mutual benefits. There are things that are done because they are necessary. It is not everything that the United States will do for Nigeria that they will necessarily ask for something in return. They give us aids. Majority of these aids are grants. They are not expecting anything in return. They are not taking resources. They are not taking anything. Now, the issue is, even the resources that we have, are we able to use it for the benefit of the masses? Some of the elites, the reason why they sponsor all this insurgency and kill people is because they want to steal resources. If resources are being stolen and people are being killed, why not give the resources to those who can just help us maintain peace for a period of time, rather than stupid people stealing it and still be killing others? A lot of people are in IDP camps now, and their farmlands are being mined for resources. The reason why they sent them to IDP camps in the first place is because they want to mine their farmlands. Majority, if they were even sent to IDP camps in peace, they would still be alive. Majority were killed. The rest ran for their lives. They ran for their lives, and their farmlands are being sold by terrorists and insurgents to people who are coming to mine them illegally,
and sometimes defended by the police.
Yes. And so if that is supposed to continue, then of what benefit is the resources? If America is going to take part of the resources to ensure peace, let them have it. Yes, let them have it. Let people have peace.
Okay, I think your view, everybody's multiple mixed views in the actual sense. Thank you so much, Samson.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Really appreciate this discussion with you. And we'll continue more of the conversation even as the week goes by, because this is actually a developing story, and it develops extremely fast due to a lot of things that are happening in the world as we speak. But then for today on Daybreak Africa, on this discussion, we are done. Tomorrow might be another episode. But then let's take sports. After sports, we come back on Daybreak Africa, and we'll say our goodbye. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back from sports, and I hope you guys enjoyed the guest segment that we had earlier with Samson. And you mentioned earlier that you're going to give me your own perspective on the matter. So I want to know now.
My TikTok page.
I don't understand. No, this is not. I'm not. No, I want to hear you live and direct.
No, to a very large extent. I understand Samson's view, and it was good we had this discussion with Samson, because Samson brought open some factors which are deep lying problems in Nigeria. But now here is the truth. Even the extremist teachers also have their sponsors.
Sure. We all
That's
know
one
that.
truth we did not touch. And to a very large extent, many of their sponsors. Now, I'm picking the root of my statement from the statement of the defense, the former defense head of defense in Nigeria, in the sense that he said many of these people have foreign sponsorship.
Foreign sponsorship. So
now, when he made the statement of the foreign sponsorship to this, and this has been on for quite some time. It got to a point to begin to discover that, which is this same Donald Trump-led administration, through the US aid, discovered that allegedly the US aid was also a means of sponsoring many of these terrorist activities.
How?
Through the US aid. Some of the funds that they say they are bringing in to tackle things like HIV/AIDS and all that, many of it are also entering into the pockets of the terrorists too as well. So that was the discovery Elon Musk and his Dodge units and the United States found out when they were working for Trump, even though we know today Trump and Elon are not on the same books. Now look at it, Trump and Elon are not on the same books. And if you look at some of the things that goes on in the international body, we just came out of an attempted coup in Nigeria, which was botched. And that was the reason why the service chiefs were changed in Nigeria. Now we are getting to this, immediately after that, we are having these thoughts on coming to fight against a Christian genocide, which had been existing since 2009, and the USA had been aware of it for quite some time. Definitely, unclear. The story is like this.
Unclear. I think I get your point.
The story is somehow...
I get your point.
So, I understand to a very large extent, it is high time we need to put a stop to the killings. I'm not happy with the killings.
People are dying.
People are really dying.
Either they are Christian or Muslim, they are Nigerian.
And I like the way Samson puts that to open to a fact that when they found that they could not kill more of the Christians, they even looked at their Muslim brothers and think, this one
are you sure this one is...
They are not Muslim enough, and they began to kill them. And the truth about, you see, when Samson talked about the issue that a Western Christian cannot lead prayer in a northern mosque, is the truth. I experienced it in my service here to a large extent, because the Muslim, the mosque was beside my hostel during my service here in the NYC camp, and it was a very big issue because they said you are supposed to end like this, you are not supposed to start like this. That's how you Western Christians behave, Western Muslim behaves. And you know the funny thing, it's not only in Islam, it's also in Christianity. The northern can and the southern can is as if they are working like two parallel bodies. They don't really coordinate much together. That is why many of our pastors or prophets here in the south, they don't talk more about the killings. That, do you know the funny thing about this issue of the Christian genocide is Khan said nothing much about it before the United States talked about it. Khan said nothing much. Same with PFN, same with the Nigerian media. So what's actually happening? So to a very large extent, that's my own view. I feel, even though it's a cause I'm interested in, it's a cause that even what the pronouncement alone is putting a lot of people on their toes. It's causing a bit of stir. And I would like Samson said, if they seized many people's properties abroad to ensure that they focus on the problem in Nigeria, beautiful. But you saying you want to invade, and I'm seeing some posts that they want to they have a base in Port Harcourt, then be tackling, but bro, Port Harcourt to Borno is a very far distance. How? Where is the correlation? You understand that kind of thing? So definitely, we won't, because of the fact that we want to save our souls, now invite someone that will still kill the soul. So definitely it's a two-way thing.
Anyways, the story still continues.
The story continues.
Yeah,
and tomorrow we'll still talk more. Next tomorrow we'll still talk more on this particular issue. So please brace up on Daybreak Africa. We'll bring in more discussions on this.
Of course.
But until we meet tomorrow again on Daybreak Africa, my name still remains Ikhonede DJ.
And my name, Miracle Odunayo. Bye guys.